Hey, how's it going? It's Jonathan Miller. Let's go for a drive. My name is Jonathan Miller, and I'd like to ask you to join me on the largest car review in the world. Why? Because you're all coming along with me. I know your time is precious, so I appreciate you spending some of that time with me. Today, I'm heading to the BMW of the main line in the suburbs of Philadelphia, where I'll be reviewing the one of 550 US market BMW M3 CSs. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and make sure that you hit the bell so that you're notified whenever new videos drop. Have a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Sit back and enjoy. This is the 2018 BMW M3 CS. Yes, you heard me correctly, the CS, which is a lighter version of the M3, and it is a $102,000 BMW M3. I never thought I would say that in my life, a $100,000 BMW M3, but here it is. Let's take a look around here and see what makes this car different to the standard M3. First of all, we get this carbon fiber front spoiler. It is not the same as the front spoiler that is a BMW performance add-on for the M3. I don't believe. I think it is slightly different. The biggest feature is this carbon fiber hood. Got some venting out of there to get some of the heat out. Like the other M3s, we have a carbon fiber roof. The M3 CSs come with, I think, the best looking BMW wheel I've seen yet. In this dark anthracite. Comes with standard 4-piston calipers in the front, 2 in the rear. Carbon ceramics are optional, but I think that's just a great looking wheel. We've also got, everything's blacked out. This side grille here, M3 is blacked out. And then we get to the interior. We got this really awesome, the competition seats taken to another level, and it's black and Silverstone two-tone. You gotta love the M stripe on the headrest, the M stripe. We have a Alcantara suede steering wheel in the M3 CS with the M stitching and a little perforation at 12 o'clock. We have, looks like a leather dash with white stitching. And we have this Alcantara dash with this little CS kind of cut out there. It's pretty neat looking. Alcantara center armrest. I mean, how cool are these seats? You know what? Did you know that these seats have the optional back massaging feature? So basically, you sit in the seat, and your girlfriend sits in the back, and she sticks her hands through here, and she gives you back massage. So it's actually a free option. You just need to find the girlfriend. But in all seriousness, how nice are those seats? Some of the nicest standard seats I've seen in a car. And I just love the M colors and the M colors here. Really, really nice touch. The rear wheels are 20 inches in the back, 19s in the front. We come around the back. The M3 CS gets this carbon fiber rear deck lid spoiler. Really nice design. M3 CS. If all you guys remember the M3 CSL on the E46 European only car, the CSL meant Coupe Sport Light. Basically what this is, not as hardcore as that car, but to a degree. The M3 CS has carbon fiber rear diffuser, the traditional M quad exhaust tips, but the CS comes with a upgraded performance exhaust system. So this car, where does this car sit in the M3 range? So the car I drove earlier was the standard M3. Next up you have an M3 competition package. Then you have this car, the M3 CS, and the top line is the M4 GTS, which is basically a track car for the street. Wasn't very practical to drive around, but you do get some of the elements in this car, so it makes this car much more streetable. So let's pop the hood and take a look at this motor and talk about some of the specs on the car. This car takes 1 click, 2 clicks to open. There is no latch. You just open it. I can't convey the lightness of this carbon fiber hood. And to top it off, has some of the coolest F1 style, very wide carbon fiber weave I've ever seen. It is super awesome. Really, really, really cool looking. As the standard M3s, has the carbon fiber strut bar. Really nice M power, and of course the M badge with the intercooler sitting on top of the motor. So let's talk numbers. M3 CS, turbocharged 6-cylinder motor, making 453 horsepower. That's 28 over the standard M3. 443 pound-feet of torque, 37 over standard M3. 0 to 60, 3.7. The car is driven to the rear wheels via an M double clutch transmission. The special wheels on this car, which I really love, are forged from the factory, 19 by 9 up front, 20 by 10 in the rear. And as we said, carbon fiber hood, front splitter, roof, spoiler, and rear diffuser. Let's talk about this particular car. This is black sapphire metallic. I don't know if you can see the flake in there. On the black and Silverstone two-tone leather seats. This has the optional executive package, which gives you a power rear sunshade, rear manual side window shades, park distance control, adaptive full LED headlights, automatic high beams, heads-up display, speed limit info. M3 CS's standard M double clutch transmission. A manual transmission is not available on this car. It comes standard with the adaptive M suspension, rear view camera, power seats, heated seats, navigation, satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Shadowline exterior trim which blacks out everything, etc., etc. Giving you a total price of $102,395. M3 CS is a lightweight version of the M3. It's actually 110 pounds less. The hood is actually, excuse me, I said it wrong. It's 25% lighter than the standard hood, not 25 pounds. The hood doesn't weigh 25 pounds, so excuse me. The carbon fiber roof is actually 13 pounds lighter than a conventional steel roof, so that brings that center of gravity lower, gives for better handling. The car comes with a standard M Sport exhaust system that has been specifically tuned for the CS. It's made out of stainless steel. There are 1,200 units of this car in the world, 550 coming to the United States, so this is one of 550. It has M launch control, which works in conjunction with the M dual clutch transmission. It's standard with the active M suspension, offering the driver the choice between comfort, sport, and sport plus modes, including different damper settings in each of the 3 modes. And it also changes the steering feel. There's an active M differential. This limited slip differential's electronically controlled multi-disc locking action further enhances the car's already outstanding traction and stability. As we said, the back wheels are 20 by 10 forged. They weigh just 22 pounds. They run on 285/30 R20 Michelin Pilot Super Sport, some of the best tires you can get right now. The fronts are 19/9 that weigh only 19 pounds with 265/35 R19 tires. Here we are in the interior. Alcantara steering wheel, which is great for the track because it's more grippy than leather, especially when you're wearing your driver's gloves that are usually, the palm is Alcantara. It kind of sticks like basically. So the Alcantara sticks to Alcantara. So we got here are the paddle shifters. They're metal. They feel good. They're like solid. They're pretty tall, which is nice. So these are nice paddle shifters on this car. There's a center line, so when you're in the track, if God forbid you spin or something, you know where center is. Here's the little lever for the M dual clutch transmission. The CS does away with the center armrest. So with like the compartment, so you basically just have an armrest. But this Alcantara is such a nice material. I know a lot of supercar owners spec their cars with feet and feet and feet of Alcantara, so this is really nice. Alcantara on the dash, leather everywhere, the white stitching. This is a great spec. This is one of the only M cars with the special red start button. The regular M3 does not have this regular start button. So let's just push it once to get some accessory power. So here are the gauges. We're still analog. The next model should come with full digital displays. There is this lower section is digital, but your speedometer and your tachometer are still analog with your gas and your temperatures there. It does have a full color heads-up display. It's saying that the hood's open. This car has 13 miles on it. As I said, brand new. It has the BMW Idrive. It's got your radio, communication, nav, your vehicle, any notifications. That's a pretty neat. You can see while you're driving your horsepower and torque. That would be a lot of fun. You can set basically M drive. There's an M1 button there and an M2 button. So M1 drive, you can set your DSC, your stability control, the engine, the suspension, the steering, transmission, heads-up display. So basically you can set what you want and then you can click M1 for that setting, and another setting would be M2. I don't know if you can see far in the distance there is the heads-up display, and it's showing 25, which is the speed limit on the road behind us, and obviously 0 miles per hour because we're not moving. So if we go to M1, one of the settings is heads-up display. So we can go to the standard view, which gives us speed limit and miles per hour. We can swap it for M view. So then if we press M1, I don't know if you can see there, it's got the speed limit on the left and it's a color tachometer and your miles per hour in the bottom right hand corner, and it will also give you your gear in the middle. So that's pretty neat. You can put this in basically an automatic mode, and you can also shift it here. Up shifts are down, down shifts are up, or obviously you can shift, up shift, down shift there. So my final thoughts on this 2018 BMW M3 CS. This is the final version of the current body style M3. There will not be a 2019 M3, so if someone tries to sell you one, don't buy it. It does not exist. So what are my thoughts? Is this the ultimate best M3 ever built? 100%. The only downside, if you know me, what's the downside? Exactly. No manual transmission. Although the DCT dual clutch in this car in BMWs works fantastically. It shifts super fast, especially if you're on the track, way faster than a manual. I just like the driver involvement of a manual transmission. I just think this car looks great. The carbon fiber hood is a standout feature for me. Super cool looking. The extra horsepower and torque does not hurt. I love the blacked out kidney grills here. I love this carbon fiber spoiler. Best BMW wheels I've seen yet. I feel like they should have come standard with ceramics for 100 grand, but maybe that's just me. I love the blacked out side grills. This interior is one of the best BMW interiors I've ever seen. Those seats are just awesome. Sorry, I hope you can hear me. They're cleaning some cars behind me. Love the wheels, and I mean, on top of it, they're forged. They're super light. Some of the suspension pieces are forged, which are only found on this car. The rear end with that carbon fiber spoiler and the carbon diffuser. I mean, M3s. Look at that fender. That's M3 for you. You don't see S5s with big fenders or anything. I mean, that's BMW really does it well with the M3. They really make these cars wide. You can see that wide front fender. They're just awesome. It's got the new upgraded taillights. Obviously, the really slick carbon fiber roof. So what I want to know from you guys is this car, that car, worth $30,000 more than the standard M3? Tell me, yes it is, no it isn't, and why. I really want to hear you guys' opinions, because $30,000 is 30 grand. That is a ton of money. That is a Volkswagen GTI. Is it worth that much more? Is it worth 30 grand to have one of 550 special edition M3s? Are you going to drive this car every day, or are you going to store it, drive it to car meets, and keep it for 20, 25 years as a special edition? Or can you just have 100 grand and just drive it every day and not have to worry about it? Some people are lucky enough to have that. So let me hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on that. So once again, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to spend a couple minutes with me. My name is Jonathan Miller. The channel is Jonathan Miller. It's jonathanmiller.com. I will have a little write-up on my blog and post high-res images of this car on there. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Comment below. Share it. Tell all your friends about me. Help the channel grow, and I'll definitely give you guys some more amazing content. Let me know what you liked or didn't like about the videos. I'm still learning this. I'm still new, so your feedback is definitely important to me. I want to cater to what you guys like to see. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, thank you so much to BMW of the main line for inviting me out to check out this M3 CS. It is available. I will plug the link down below. You guys can check it out. If you want an M3 CS in black, it is here. It's waiting for your names on it. But if you pick it up, give me a call. Let's go for a ride and film it. Thanks a lot. Take care. Have a great weekend.